three of you, if you'd answer it. There was quite a reaction from the team after you won today. How big was this, not only to beat Texas, but then to finish off the sweep the way you did?
It was a very emotional weekend, I would say. Texas is a really good baseball team, and us coming off, we're struggling a little bit, and it was just like no better time to turn it around this weekend than number one at our place. We knew that the crowds were going to be into it. We were going to have a lot of fans, and we just wanted to go out there and put on a show for them.
Yeah, kind of like DC said, it's Texas. They're number one. They're coming into our place. So, our main goal is to win the series, and then to sweep was just cherry on top.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of Coach Goodwin talked to us a lot, for the hitters at least, and he just said that it was a great moment to turn around, and to go in the right direction. We're down to the sprint, so I think it was really cool to just see us perform that well and during the 3 games against a really good team.
Reese, you've kind of been hiding out in the dugout. I mean, where did all this come from?
It's always been there. It's always been there.
I don't know. Just staying patient. When I get opportunities, just kind of take it.
On the 2 home runs, what did you see today?
They were both splitters and middle in.
Can you describe how you felt? The second one, you looked at it a little bit.
Yeah, the first one I hit it, and I was like, I really don't know if it's going to get out, so I just ran to play it safe. And then the second one, off the bat, I kind of knew, and reactions kind of took over. And then the rest is just what it is.
Charles, you heard me asking Dave about you scored the bunt on the first pitch. Did you think maybe, all right, he's just going to throw one in there? Or how did that come about?
Yeah, so after the meeting, I had my mind set on bunting, but I guess I didn't get that right. And then Coach gave me a sign, and then I just had to hit from there.
Can you talk about the home run and just how big it gave y'all a big lead?
Yeah, I mean, definitely been struggling a bit at the plate, so just seeing the reaction from the dugout, just all jumping and all that. I kind of just pointed at the dugout, and that was pretty cool to just see them all jumping. Rocco was going crazy, so he's my guy. But no, that was fun.
Dylan, you're an Arkansas guy. I'm wondering, are you familiar much with the Texas rivalry, and what did it mean to you to go out there and have a big role in it today?
It meant a lot. And then just kind of adding from what happened last weekend, not being myself, I was just waiting for an opportunity to get out there and help my team win. And to add to it that it is Texas and being 23 years old from the state right up the road, it meant a lot.
Reese, in today's college sports, we see a guy like you that shows potential, and then you redshirt. Those guys don't really stick around very much. Kind of what's your journey been like? What led you to stay around and kind of lead to this moment?
Yeah, there's definitely been ups and downs. Freshman year I played a little bit, and then last year I redshirted. And coming back this year, I love this place, love the coaching staff, teammates. They've always been great. So it's just kind of staying patient and trusting the process, and then once I get in there, I just try to make the most of it.
Yeah, Reese, for you, I think it was your first home run in 2 years. I mean, how'd that feel?
Yeah, it felt great. That's kind of, like I said, off the bat, I was like, let's just run.
Is there kind of a challenge behind the scenes with platooning or something?
Not really. Just staying positive, working a lot. Chuck, he'll keep me honest. He'll text me every off day, asking to go hit, so I go hit with him a lot. It's just, trying to put in a lot of work, even if, people aren't watching, and just staying positive.
And for all three of you, I mean, baseball can be such an up-and-down sport, so I guess how fulfilling is it just to, after maybe 3 tougher weekends, to just be on top this time?
Yeah, I think one thing that this team does a really good job is just turning the page and then getting to work. Also, I mean, I feel like everybody comes to the field with a smile, even though if they're struggling or even if the team is struggling. So just keeping that in mind and always having a smile and just always being happy. I think that's what this team does a really good job of.
Yeah, staying positive whenever, if we lose yesterday and then come in, don't drag the energy in, the next day, just staying positive. And, your goal is to win the game that day and not worry about what happened in the past.
Hey, Dylan, before you came into the game, they scored 3, 1, and 3 runs the previous 3 innings. What do you think you did well that got them off track?
I just went in there and went at them with my best stuff. Just attacked, filled up the zone, and made them hit it. Reese had hit that 3-run home run, and we're all in the bullpen. We're going crazy, and I already knew I was in the game, and it was just we took the lead. We're up 2, and it was just like, okay, I need to go out there. Let's throw a 0 up. Let's keep the momentum on our side, and get us to the end of the game.
For all three of you, what does Vahiva Aloy mean to this team?
A lot.
He's the best player in the college.
Yeah.
It's not even close. I mean, he'll do everything. I mean, he plays defense, probably the best in the country too, and then he's one of the better hitters in the country. So
He can do it all.
Yep.
He can do everything.
And he's a great dude. Outside of baseball, he's so much fun to be around.
Great guy. You can go get your hair cut whenever you
Yeah.
want.
First second is here by him last week.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
a good job.
I think he did a great job. He cut mine a couple weeks ago.
It seems like with Vahiva, there are some days where he just pushes the team forward when maybe, sometimes there's not a lot else going on. Do you all see that?
Yeah, I think that's what the best player in the country does. He'll do a play. Even yesterday he did a play in the 6th hole that just saved 2 runs maybe, and then after he keeps swinging it, and then he's the best player in the country. For me, that's pretty simple, but.
It's time to head to the track as the first leg of the Triple Crown, the Kentucky Derby, is here. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your #1 source for all your Kentucky Derby info and sports betting action. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the NBA and NHL playoffs to the MLB and UFC and boxing, BetOnline has you covered for all your online wagering information. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here.